Hi, I'm Ellie Barnes and welcome to the craft room. Today I'm going to show you a card and a gift box that you could use for Easter. I'm hoping that it is something that you like and you find useful, and maybe you'll enjoy or like to grab yourself the excellent Easter eggs stamp set and dies, because that's what I'll be using. Now, I'm just going to make sure we're going live in the right place, so let's just have a quick look. Oh yes, it looks like we are. That's a good start. It's always good when I find I'm in the right place. Now, hopefully we've got some people going to jump on and join me, and we'll have a look at how to create this. I'm going to flick you down to the desk and we're going to have a look at the stamp set and the dies. So it's in the new mini catalogue. I'm just going to flick you down like this. Now, I know it's a bit... We're in far enough. And I better get you around the right way. So just, if it makes you dizzy, close your eyes. 2 seconds. There we are. We're around the right way now. Welcome to those who have just joined in. Say hi if you like. I'm just showing the Excellent Eggs Easter set. We've got stamps here which are fantastic. Great for colouring in, but you can always stamp them on coloured paper, or you colour in with your choice. You can do your watercolours, your markers, your blenders. Even I've done some using the brushes, the blender brushes, which we'll use today. And then you've got your matching dies. So you've got a die that matches this egg, and one that matches this egg, and you've got a great big die as well, plus you've got a little cute one that cuts out a very fancy pattern. You've also got things you can put across your dies to make patterns on your eggs with different bits of paper, plus you've got a little bunny which cuts out this little bunny here. So we'll be able to, we're going to cut him out later too. So we're going to jump straight in, because I'm going to try and make, well, I am going to make a card and I'm going to make a gift box. So I have done a lot of pre-cutting, and part of the reason I've done that is because this card is a card we've done in, well, we did in Coffee and Cards, and we're doing something similar in our classes this month. So it's our Happy Easter egg card. So I've got a lot of things already prepared, but that will enable us. This is to get it done quickly. This is what comes in your kit. So we're going to start with, we'll leave that one break. We're going to start with these two pieces. And I'll get a stamp mat. And I'm going to get a piece of paper just to put under my stamp, over my stamp mat, because I might end up stamping off the edges of the paper on one of them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our own designer series paper, basically. We're going to do our own background. So for the inside of the card, I'm just going to put a little bunny in the corner there, and he's done. As crooked as he is, he's still done. And we're going to just stamp some bunnies all over the card. Oh yeah, they're on top of each other, but that bit will be covered up. And it's just higgledy-piggledy. And this gives you some pattern behind what we're doing. We'll just put some ears on there. So you can see we've got some pattern as the base of our card, and we'll stick that on here, and it just means we don't have a whole lot of big yellow empty patches. So we'll pop that aside for a minute. Oh, we don't need that now. And we've finished with yellow for the moment. We are going to stamp our egg. And I'm using this one, which has lots of areas for you to colour in. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'll pop this aside again. I like blender brushes. They're my favourites to colour in with. Whether I'm blending them together or just colouring them, I tend to use them quite a lot. In fact, some of these, well, they were being used for classes as well. This one's got a very dodgy tip, so this is Fresh Freesia. So I'm going to colour around the edges where I need it more precise. With this end, which is not the end I normally colour with, but it's up to each individual what they prefer. I like the other end, a bit of a paintbrush end I like. So I'm going to just quickly, I find this is slower if I use this end, but we'll get a fair bit of it done quickly. I know it's a bit boring watching me colour. Some people might like it. Someone said it was relaxing to watch, but I'd be like, come on, finish, go on with the next bit. But we can't until we've coloured it. I hope you're able to get out of the heat today. It's supposed to be a horrendously hot day. Right, we're just about finished with this fussier bit. And now I'll quickly fill in the gaps. Oh, it's not good at all, this tip, but we'll get there. And I want to do this bit, but I mightn't. Gee, it's not good, this tip at all. I might have to get myself a new one. We'll finish it off with this. That's that bit done. Now this yellow one's got a dodgy tip too, but we'll get him done. It's not as bad. We'll put a bit of yellow up in those two little small ones. And here. I'm doing a really rushed job on this colouring in. I'm sorry, but I don't want to hold everyone up while I do it perfect. There we go. And this one's got a great tip because it's a new one. Now, the colours I've used on the egg is Lemon Lolly. Isn't that a gorgeous name? Lemon Lolly. And this is Balmy Blue. And I've used Fresh Freesia. And I'm just going to do that one as a stripe too. So it's pretty quick to colour these in. So that's one egg coloured in. And I'm going to cut him out. And I'm going to cut out this egg in the blue. So we'll bring in the the cut and emboss machine. And we'll see if we can get it all. How's that? And we'll pop this one on. Now, if you didn't have the dies, at Coffee and Cards, I didn't have the dies with me, and we hand cut these eggs out. I cut this one out for them at home, and it don't need to waste all that, Ellie. It's very easy to cut the straight around the egg shape. So if you don't have the dies, you can still cut out a stamped egg. Ooh, take the mat with me. Right. So we'll pop that piece aside. He's all stuck in there, so we'll pop him out. Now you can use, I'll just popping these out. In fact, I might be able to show you how you can use that. I've got some prepared, well I haven't prepared them, but I've been working on Easter cards. Here's a different colour. You can swap these pieces in and out of each. It's not probably the best match, they're too similar, but they'll sit in and out of each other's egg. Like so. So don't throw those bits away because you can make it up into different eggs, which I'm in the process of doing for other cards. So we'll put all those aside. It's great when you can use things again and again. Now we've got most of our pieces ready. So let me go through card stock, half a card stock, cut the card sheet, cut in half and then folded in half. So you've got a 10.5 by 14.8, just normally what I do every week. This piece is my front piece, so I've cut this down to 10 centimetres by 14.3, so it's half a centimetre smaller than the card. This piece is, I'll have to measure it, get this back in line. It's 3 centimetres wide by 14.3. And we're going to just glue that there, so let's do that. And that's out of the Lighter Than Air paper, designer series paper. It's gorgeous colours in that. Great for Easter, those colours. Very pastel-y. Very pastel-y. I'm making up words as I go now. Here we go. We'll pop this on. Just like so. And I'm going to pop a ribbon on. This is the ribbon. It was in celebration. I hope it continues. It is now you've just missed out on it. But I do love this ribbon, so I'm using it. I want to use up what I've got. There's plenty of ribbon there. And it's Pool Party, and they've called it just, what's the name they called it? Crinkled ribbon. So as you can see, it's gorgeous ribbon, and it just sits beautifully. Now, I did try and put tear and tape behind the ribbon, but it made these crinkly bits look a little bit flat. So I just put it now, the tear and tape, at the back of my paper. And I use my grid to help me get it even on both sides. Now, where do I want it? I want it about 3 centimetres, so it'd be about there. So I'm now just using this line here, so I get it about even. I've got the card on the bottom of another line, so it's straight. Oh, it's slippery. So I've got my tear and tape in place, and I'll take them off. And I'll just fold my ribbon now over those edge bits. And you can see how it flattens out your ribbon if you put it underneath. So see, it flattens it there, and it loses all its nice look. So that's why I don't put any on the front. So that's the base, the front piece done. So we can glue that on. I told you we'd make this quick. Well, I didn't say that, but I'm trying to make this quick. That's why I'm using things I've already prepared. Here's one I prepared earlier, so that you can see. And I wanted to show you these Easter ones today because Easter's coming up faster than we realise. And if you don't jump on and get what you need, you'll run out of time like I did, like I often do. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. I'm not going to put a lot. Oh, she says as it spurts out. Only on those 2 bits, and I'm just going to pop him up here. For this one, I'm going to grab my dimensionals and we'll pop, I don't know, perhaps 4 on the back of this one. And we're just going to pop him onto the ribbon like so. And all that's left is the greeting. So we're going to do the greeting in Balmy Blue. And yes, I've got 2 different coloured blues. I've got the greeny blue of this ribbon, and I've got the Balmy Blue, and then I've got purples and things, but I've taken all the colours out of this paper. So that's how I came up with these colours. And then this is Balmy Blue, and I'm just stamping Happy Easter on a small piece of paper. It's a bit of scrap I had it left actually. And I'm just going to get some more dimensionals and pop them on the back here to hold it in place. Very simple card, but nice and bright, effective, and will look great when I put together. Now I could either use my Balmy Blue or Pool Party for my dots. Might use Balmy Blue on this one. Let's have a look at it. And actually it's interesting stamping the, oh no, that is Pool Party I've pulled out, but that's all right. I've stamped it in Pool Party. So we'll use Balmy Blue for this bit. We'll just pop a dot down here. We'll pop one up here. And one. What about we put one up here too? So that's my card. All done. Oh, here's the inside. We better put that in. That's not hard to put in. As I said, all I've done is a little stamp bunny. I could have cut out another one of these and put it on the back, or I could have put a piece of the designer series paper on it too. But I just did a quick little stamp with the bunny. And you can do the same, whatever you do on the inside, you could do on the envelope, or you could do, you know, the opposite to what you've done. It's a set that actually lends itself to quite a bit. So that's the card. Quick, simple, done. Now let's get on with the box. And for that I'm using some boxes that Stamping Up have brought out called the square pillow boxes. And you get a set of, oh, I think there's 10, yeah, 10 in a pack. So that works out quite well. I'm actually, oh no, I will do it with this. I need to get that piece of paper back because this will make quite a mess. Where did I put it? Here. Because I want my box to be yellow. So the quickest and easiest way is I am going to sponge it with the, well, not sponge it actually, colour it with the blender brush. And I don't mind if it's patchy, Some people like their blending to be perfect. I'm actually going to be stamping the bunnies all over it, so it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect. If I made it perfect, we could be here for a while. Because if I try to get too fussy, I've had to learn not to have everything absolutely perfect, or you never get anything done. And these two side bits that have stickers on, I'm not too fussed about it. I will go over the edge a little bit in case it shows, but they will be covered up. Bit heavy-handed in that spot. I should be starting off and coming on, you see. I'm just doing a bit of a rush job, but this is all right. As you can see, we've got some colour there. Then I'm going to take my little bunny and I'm going to do exactly what I did on the front of the card. I am just going to stamp him. I should perhaps stamp him so he looks like he's sitting up at times. Doesn't matter what direction he's in. Can we get one in there? I've left a scar. Oh yeah, just. Really neat. Should be doing it all different ways. One that way. Nearly there. So there's my base and it matches my card. Now for this one, I have prepared a few things because you don't need to see me repeat the eggs, so they're all ready to go. I have a smaller piece of paper, but it is going to fit on the stamp. Happy Easter. It just fits on. I'll get rid of that actually and get my stamp mat, which would make life a little better. We're just going to stamp Happy Easter there. So that's ready to go. And then we're going to grab a crumb cake. I'm trying to say it fast. Crumb cake. Get tongue-tied sometimes. Now, clean the yellow off our bunny and stamp him on here in brown. And he looks so cute. I love that little bunny. So we'll just quickly pull everything out of the road and bring in this machine again and cut our bunny out. Now, ooh, where did he go? Here he is. Where did I put this? Where did I put him? Is he underneath? Oh, he's still over here. Lost him. There he goes. Let's get him through. And we're not over far enough. There we go. And through he goes. So again, we've got all our pieces. Now we're going to put it together. I also have the same ribbon. And to do this, I've got, what, 30, that was 30 there. I've got about 60 centimetres of ribbon to do this. So first of all, to fold it, there's lots of score lines, as you can see. So you just start pushing around on these score lines. I found if you pressed with your hand towards the middle, it actually pressed it in quite easily. And once you've got them all happening, try and form your box. These two bits with the stickers go inside like so. So I'll now do these. Now try and line it up so that the edges are together, and I do it at the top and then down. It's a gorgeous shape box. And so that's our box. And you've got either side. This is your base, where your bottom of the box, base, bottom. Just get those to stick. So I tend to put this side in first. So again, the top is all going to be nice and neat, and all your joins are underneath. Now, the first thing we need to do is put our ribbon on. And this time I do need to put some tear and tape on the back. So I'm going to have my ribbon do the bow on the side that it opens. So it's going to be, that's going to open sideways, not at the top or the bottom. So I'm going to work out halfway through my ribbon. First we'll put some tear and tape on the back here, across the back. And I threw it on this side. So I'm just going to put a piece here because I want the ribbon to stay with the box. Actually, I didn't do that on the other one. I did it on the front, but it doesn't matter. So the halfway point is here. And I'm not pulling it tight because I'm trying to get those, don't want to lose too much of those creases. And so this is now the front there. Now the first thing I'm going to do is put this egg on. So we'll grab our dimensionals. Which side did I throw them? Over here. I do this when I'm on my own and I spend half my time looking for things. So again, just one on the top, one on the bottom. But I'm going to put one in the middle because this it has to go and curl a little bit, and one on each side. So we'll just pull those off. And I'll pull this tighter so that it's sitting right, and it can go down there. And then I'm going to put this one on so it sits up. So I'm going to probably put it there. I'm going to pop two behind there so it stays nicely in place and doesn't get knocked off. So it's up in that corner. And next I'm going to put on our greeting, Happy Easter. And again, I'm going to pop, he came off already. 3, only because I want things to stay in place and not move. Actually, I don't need one on there because it's going over the egg. Might need a bit of glue on it instead. So it's going to go here. And then one last one for our bunny. And he's going to hop in here. And he's going to take a bit, I'm going to have to put a little one underneath his head because he's not sticking. We'll get that one off. We'll put one here right on his bottom, and I'll take a bit of this side piece here. And put it on his ears. Just like so. So that he sticks. That's better. And then it's just a matter of tying your box. Can I do a bow on camera? Yes, I'll do a bow. There we go. There's your bow and your Easter box. Now you can do the bow, might be better if I do it sideways. This way. I'll have to do it again. It's just to get it just so, isn't it? I don't know. It's working out how to get it. I find if I have the tail, hints for tying bows, have the tail going down on the loop that you're pulling up, and you'll do a bow easier. And then we're just going to slide it through this way, and that way your bow sits up the right way. And that actually will look a bit better. And then we'll grab our scissors, and hopefully these are sharp enough. I've got some really dull ones, so these are the new pair. We'll just do a little cut like that. And there's your bow and your box and your card. So you've got a matching box and card to give to someone. And you'll fit quite a few. I reckon you'll fit at least 2 of those egg size eggs. Does that make sense? Egg size eggs. Chocolate eggs that are the size of the a normal egg. Let's just flip you back and bring you up to me. Hopefully, oh, camera's not going to stay. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and it's given you some ideas and inspiration to get yourselves ready for Easter. We won't be here next week. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, I'm quite looking forward to next week. We're heading off to Onstage, which is our convention or event that we get together with stampers from all over Australia, South Pacific region, and it's actually, normally it's only a one-day event. This year we've got a 2.5 days, or 2 days and an evening, so it's going to be a really big event, the biggest I've been to for Stamping Up. I'm really looking forward to it, catching up with all the other demonstrators I know, and also learning new things and getting a little sneak peek at what's coming in our new annual catalogue that will come out in May. I think it comes out start of May. So I'm looking forward to that, but I can't be here with you because at 10 o'clock I will be busy in presentations and things. If I get a chance to jump on live and show you anything, I will, but I will also pop up some sneak peeks up during the time that I'm there so that you get an idea of what's happening. All right, have a good weekend. Try and keep cool in this extraordinary hot weekend, and I look forward to catching up with you in 2 weeks' time. Take care. Bye bye.